Welcome to Hungarians in the Kitchen, and today I am joined by my mom Marta, my daughter Lauren, and me, Monika. And today we are going to make one of my children's very favorite, which is pancakes, but potato pancakes.
Hungarian, old-fashioned Hungarian potato pancake.
They're really
I
good.
call it old-fashioned because this is the kind of pancake that you don't go and buy the mix in the store. You make it from scratch, from the pantry, from A to Z. So that's why I call old-fashioned.
And we wanted to make sure that we got this recipe on video because when someone one day goes off to college and she wants to make potato pancakes, she could just get online and invite her friends over into the dorm kitchen
This is fun.
and make some potato
This
pancakes.
is really fun.
All right, so what do we begin?
So we peel the potato.
Which my mom did already, and these are red potatoes, but you said that you can use like Yukon Gold. Really, you said no russet potatoes because
Well,
those are a little too starchy.
Yeah, and those are for baking, basically.
And you are observing my mother's handy dandy way of cutting potatoes. I would use a cutting board,
She's using a cutting board. Why do I need a
but
cutting
you know,
board?
you're watching a pro.
The old-fashioned way.
Yep, with a little paring knife.
Well, I like the paring knife because I can control where it goes.
Yes.
You know, like a long knife, you don't know where the knife would end up.
And we're cutting this because we're essentially going to cook them in water.
Yes,
And then
in
we're going
salt
to
water.
in salt water, and then we're going to mash them. And the smaller you cut it, the faster it is going to cook.
Cook, yes.
Look at her go. We're just completely in awe of your speed. You're watching the hands of a master potato
Not
cutter.
master, but
That's master.
because I did it many times, so you have the skill. Why I'm rinsing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, you know, I took it from there, I'm handling it, so I just want to make sure it's clean.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and add enough water to cover it.
Water.
So now we're going to put some salt in. You said you think you're going to add in about a tablespoon.
No more than that.
Oh, so what happens if you don't add in the salt?
Well, it doesn't taste good.
Or maybe the question is, why do we have to add the salt in when it's cooking?
Because the potato has to
But you
absorb
can't
the salt.
you can't add it in at the end.
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
It's not the
Have you
same.
tried it? Adding it in at the end?
If I do something like a potato paprikash
Right.
or mashed potato and I don't put enough salt, and then later on when I taste it, said I should put more salt. on
Okay.
it. And even if I put after it, it somehow doesn't taste the same.
Alrighty.
So
2 tablespoons of salt, and we had about, I didn't count, how many potatoes did you? 8. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So now
We're gonna-
just cook it.
We're going to cook it until it's soft
Very
and
soft. Has to be very soft.
very soft, not just soft, very soft, and very
Yeah, put it high.
very mashable. And yes, we're going to put it on high so it starts the cooking process very
We can
quickly.
cover it.
Okay. So we're back, and it sounds like the potatoes are done. So we're going to
Yes.
go ahead and strain it.
You want to put on the...
Yeah, so we'll want some cold water.
No, not in there.
Oh.
Now we're gonna put it in a big bowl and just do the mashing. I don't want to mash it. You want to do it?
Yeah.
I don't want to mash it very little, because I like it when the pancake has like a little pieces of potato in there.
Okay, so you don't want to over mash it.
Yeah. I'm gonna need an egg.
Okay, 1 egg.
1 egg. Now, I have to take over because this is the part that is kind of tricky. We're gonna do the flour. I don't know exactly from the very beginning how much flour we're gonna put, but we're gonna say it at the end. For this much potato, how much flour we use. Because every time is different. It depends how much potato you cook. So that depends how much flour you're gonna need.
And we were noticing that this is a interesting kind of flour. It's from
King Arthur.
King Arthur flour, and it's called Flour IQ, and it's specific to pancakes and biscuits.
No. It's not called Flour IQ. It's called Self-Rising Flour. It says raise your flour IQ.
Flour IQ. It's not?
It's called Self-Rising Flour.
Yeah, but it says here, you read it.
It says raise your flour IQ.
All right, there we have it.
With but it's interesting, I never know that. So it was 1 already.
So you're using the masher to mix it in instead of like
Well, I should put it on a flat one, but until the
egg is mixed
egg
in.
is in mixing, I
Sure.
don't want because it gets too mushy. Too
Messy.
Much. Yeah, too much messy. I need like a good wood spoon.
Okay, we'll get a good wood spoon. So there's just not a lot of liquid in this.
No. But we'll see if after I put the egg, if it still needs a little liquid, we can put a little milk. Now there's gonna be a lot of pancake. I'll tell you that.
So tell me when you make these pancakes, what's the
This is
occasion?
all year round, summer, winter. Anytime you feel like having a pancake, and like I said, this is not a sweet pancake. It's more like salty, not salty really, but
It's savory.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the coconut.
And I have to tell that I'm not using olive oil for frying the pancake because olive oil doesn't really do well with a high
Heat.
So I'm using coconut oil.
And there's probably
Can I have the salt?
Yeah.
there's probably
This one?
a lot of
Yeah, that's good.
we
Because
just
when I
want to
put-
measure.
When I put in the flour also needs salt too.
Sure. So that's 1/2 teaspoon.
Okay.
So what was that, like 2 tablespoons, maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons?
Just go around like this.
Okay, just go around like that.
Until you see that
You're
it's
on your own
manageable.
with the milk.
When you see it's manageable, then you know that it was enough. But the potato is still very sticky, so we're gonna put another.
So it's still too sticky.
Oh yes, it's very sticky.
No, that's not a whole cup.
Well, let's make it a whole cup like this. This is a cup. I never measure it, I tell you the truth, when I'm making for myself and when I'm making for you guys. I'm just seeing how much the potato picks up.
And I'm hearing the
Look how sticky.
Not
so that's still too sticky.
Yes.
Okay, so that is
I'm
number,
just adding like a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit at a time.
it's like 4 and a
so
half,
I can
And a third, I'd say.
start to
4 and a third.
put together the dough.
It almost has the consistency of bread.
Yeah.
And what happens if you are frying it and it's too sticky? Does it fall apart?
You can't really, if it's too sticky, you can't really make
Shape
like
it?
like a round.
Okay. So you're not really kneading it like you would bread.
No, you don't have to.
You're just mixing the flour in.
together, that it brings up the flour and it absorbs the flour all the way.
Sure.
This really has to look like a dough. It really has to look like a dough.
So again, would your mom make this? I know not for breakfast. Would
My
it be?
mom was making it and she couldn't make enough because the way how was one ready, we were already there, we picking up
It's
and
that
eating.
good.
So
Yep. So would she make it for like an afternoon snack or?
yeah, she did, yeah.
Yeah. So this isn't the kind of pancake like a crepe that you would
No, it's
put
a lot thicker than a
put a filling in or anything like that.
No,
Okay.
no filling for this one because the potato is the filling already. So,
Looks like a baguette.
yeah. Okay. So now we'll see how many. You do
So
like this.
that's about as big as,
2 inches.
yeah, looks like
We
it's
can make it
2-inch marks.
smaller, you know, we can make it. We'll see.
1.5 to 2 inches.
Yeah. Okay, so can you get me that?
So it's good to have a roller,
It's good
Rolling
to have a
pin.
roller, yes.
rolling
You see
pin.
the potato inside?
Yes.
That's why I said don't make it too smooth. I can show like the little brown dots. That's the potato. So this is one pancake ready.
All right.
You can put it in.
And I think we had put about 3 tablespoons of coconut oil.
Okay. But you have to make it a little bit higher because
Okay.
this is the kind of pancake that it has to go one by one, one by one.
So
In the meantime, I'm making the other one.
I didn't look at the time, but are we keeping it in there about a minute before flipping it?
I tell you what, when you see that on the edges
Edges.
getting like brownish,
Okay.
then you flip it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll look for that.
I don't want to make it too thin
Not too thin.
because you like it when it's.
I saw that it stays together really nicely. You don't have to like slide it off of a plate. You can actually just take
Yeah.
it with your hand and
Yeah.
it doesn't fall apart. Can you make this into a dessert? Like instead of, could you
put
add
jam on
it.
or could you
Let me
add
see.
sugar?
Maybe if you have, no, sugar, no. Let's say you have like a tomato soup or something like a soup and that's not enough, then you just make pancakes.
Okay. Kind of like an accompaniment,
Yeah.
like
let me
bread.
see. No, not yet. This, I choose the iron skillet because this gonna go really high, really warm. And then it's just gonna go one after other.
So once you get started,
Yeah.
it cooks really fast.
Yeah. No, I have to raise it because you never.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
7?
Yeah. You see. Then we can lower it. If it's too fast, then we lower it.
Okay. I'm seeing there's brown on the sides.
It's starting, yeah.
Only on the sides though.
Okay.
Yes, yes, that's great. Show it. This
Oh.
is how it's supposed to be.
You know, it kind of looks like Indian naan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when she was talking about the soup.
Yeah. And then once you do the second side, I bet it goes a lot faster.
Yeah, that's what I know. And we're gonna always have to, not now,
Make sure that we keep enough
we have to
oil.
have enough oil underneath. Yes,
You take it out.
ready.
All right.
Put this one on.
We got number 1 going. Whoa.
Okay, maybe I do the next one.
Did you put more coconut oil in?
I don't know, did you?
Put it on that side. You see that it's,
Yeah.
Is it done?
yeah.
So one of the things I'm seeing is that it's not brown all over.
No, but
Right.
that one is all right. I mean,
Okay. So we'll come back when we
When
have
everything is
finished all of
finished.
them. So we've done probably a good 10 or so, and we have 3 left to make. And what we want to make sure that we are showing you is about how much we are flouring right before we put it in. And also now that our oil is nice and hot, to really give you a sense of how little time it is cooking. And every time it goes in, I'm noticing, Mom, that you are putting in about a teaspoon to 2
Yes.
teaspoons of coconut oil.
it has to be. The pan has to be oily.
Yeah, the pan always needs to have a
Like
good.
dry.
Yep.
thing. Okay.
So
this
we're
is
gonna
the
make
last one?
the last one, and every time you take one, it looks like you take a
Yeah,
handful
little-
of flour
Yes.
before rolling it out so that it does not stick onto the rolling pin.
Yes. And not too thin,
Okay.
because this has to be. This is not like a crepes.
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
this is a good size.
I mean, it looks like to me it's about 1/4 of an inch or so.
Yeah. So how many we have?
I was
don't
just
even know
checking.
how many we have.
9, 10, 11.
11.
Oh, we ate
And
one.
we ate one.
Yeah, I counted that in.
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Okay. We couldn't wait, so we had to have one. The very first one.
So
we
there's
had
10
to-
here, plus the one we ate.
So that was about
Yes.
2 minutes in looking at the clock that you did the first side, and I'm noticing that the second side always takes less time.
Yes, probably,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Mhm.
Look at that beautiful piece. And as you notice, you don't want the entire pancake to be brown. If it is, you've cooked it for a little too long. We're adding a little bit more coconut oil.
It's not completely brown. It's
Yeah, you don't want it to be completely brown. So this is one of those meals that is really best fresh. You don't want
Yes.
to.
And hot. Fresh and hot.
well, the next day you can warm it up a little bit, but it's not the same.
Sure.
This is how it's supposed to be.
Right,
You know,
right.
one after other you make it, and then you just eat it.
So what kind of meals would this be good with?
Well, if you don't have like a very heavy meal, let's say like a soup or something, then
Mm-hmm. Sure.
you make this one to
To accompany it.
company. Yes.
Okay. Well, that sounds really good. In fact, tonight we're making chicken soup, so that might be a nice accompaniment to that. All right, and I think we're going to come back and we're going to taste test and let you see how that goes. And now we're back for the taste test. So the way we eat it is just with our fingers. So girls, show everyone how you're used to eating it. And you could see the steam coming off, but it doesn't slow them down.
These are my favorite.
And someone asked whether or not you'd eat these with sour cream because it's potato. And my mom, you said, whatever. If you want to dip them into some sort of sour cream, then you do that.
I like it simple like this.
Yeah, I don't think that we've done that. So, girls, I don't think you need to even say that you like it. I think it's pretty evident.
It's really good.
And whenever my mom makes this, whatever they're doing, they put it down and they run upstairs and are really happy to partake. But whenever you do make it, we hope that you enjoy.